It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I think you can hear in my voice my excitement building. Why? Because I love what we're about to plug into. We are joined by Leroy Maluka, a former professional footballer who's done what very few can. From Bishop Lavis, he's made his mark in South Africa and Finland as a pro. Now, ahead of performance, Leroy has returned home and hosted a transformative athletic performance workshop. I love that it ticks so many boxes there to not only show but inspire athletes and coaches alike. Leroy, I love what you're doing, dude. I love that. You do, then you put back in. That's the way this has to work. It's the only way. And you would know this as a footballer. How do you get from Bishop Lavis to where you've gotten to, my friend? Talk me through your journey. What was the key for you?
Yeah, well, being a professional footballer in Cape Town before leaving, I had my elder brother who's living in Finland. And I went on holiday, and the plan was not to stay in Finland, to come back, of course, and continue my career in Cape Town. And while I was there, I was fortunate to have the opportunity to train with one of the teams. And from there onwards, you know, they made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. And I decided to stay. The plan was to stay for 1 year. And here we are, 15 years.
Life had other plans.
Exactly, yeah. 15 years later, you know, it just got better and better. And yeah.
Are there moments when you achieve that, when you're in that space? And I know it must feel like a dream a lot when you think of how much you focus on that as a young player. But what was that experience like? How much of a step up in level is it from what we are seeing happening in South Africa? Because there's a reason why you're wanting to pour back into the structures that you are, and what you experienced on that level. How much of a chasm is there, a gap between?
Yeah, well, you know, for me also at first it was a culture shock because, you know, being outside in
it's a different world.
It's a different world. You know, first training session was, you know, -5 in the snow, you know, so I had to adapt quickly. So therefore, I always say that, you know, we have a bunch of talent. We have loads of talent, you know. I met amazing talent yesterday as well, on Saturday actually. And that's one part of it, having the talent. But are you mentally ready?
Yes.
Because you need to adapt. And if you're not willing or ready to adapt, then, you know, you're not going to make it. So it's not just the talent. And, yeah, it's the level over there in Europe or in Finland, it's, of course, you know, better because of infrastructure and so forth.
Resources, yeah.
Resources, yeah. So, but yeah, I think we need to, over here, focus on the resources we have and maximize that. And then we will get closer to where we want to go.
And it's the people. It's the talent that is there within the coaching. It's the talent that's there within the players. And I always joke that there's magic in the water here, but if you plug in at the right level, the dividends you can get are incredible. And I think the world is starting to realize that about South African talent. Why do what you are doing? Was there a point that you got to be like, I've got to now start putting this back. I've got to open doors for other young players. Why take this angle?
So many doors has been opened for me, myself. I would say that I'm very fortunate to have, you know, had the opportunity to go to clubs like Valencia Football Club, Villarreal, Burnley Football Club in the Premier League. So, you know, it's been a long journey of, you know, being humble and you know, connecting, rubbing shoulders with you know, big names and yeah, legends and yeah. So for me, you know, it's only right that I also give back.
And when you're in that moment and you're starting to see yourself represented in kids that are there, do you see things differently? How do you feel about what you're doing now and that you plug into that talent? This has got to be a massive full circle moment for you, man.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And it comes with a lot of responsibility, I would say. And then at the same time, you know, I feel a bit of pressure at the same time. But I'm trying to enjoy it, you know, because, yeah, it's something that I'm very passionate about. Of course, you know, it's in my it's in my DNA. And you know, after having a long playing career, I just said that there's nothing else I could do, you know, but to give back to the sport who has given so much to me.
I love that. This is how life should work, my friend. And the crazy thing is you're probably going to learn more about yourself now that you're teaching than you ever did being taught, which is a beautiful thing, man.
100%.
I was going to ask you for words of inspiration, but I'm going to press pause on that because I think there is someone who needs a bit more inspiration than me right now because you're about to put him through his paces. So I'm going to send you to the other side of the studio. You can do a little warm-up run on the way there.
Thank you.
Absolutely love this kid. It's amazing to take on board how much he's achieved, still being as young as he is, but I love the fact that he is immediately wanting to put back into his community the incredible gifts that he was given. But can he work with Ryle? Let's find out.